5 years ago, I went to Ladakh with my family and I clicked a lot of photographs. I wanted to share those photos with you as well as give a little Photoshop tutorial about saving photos through editing. This tutorial is really insightful and would help you understand photo editing a little better. Plus, I tell you about the stories behind the photographs as well. But for those who just want some awesome free wallpapers for their smartphones, you can find the download link in the description of this video. Also, when I edit these photos, this is just my style, my perspective and my creative ideas about how I would like to edit these photos. When it comes to photo editing, I like to think of it as an art form and there is no right or wrong in art. So let's open Photoshop and create some wallpapers for you guys. I created a vertical canvas for these mobile wallpapers. Then I imported the first of the 3 images that I am going to be editing in this tutorial. I had clicked this photo from a hotel rooftop in Leh City during an amazing sunset, and this was during the month of September 2017. So I resized and rearranged the photo to fit the canvas better, and then all I did was a little bit of color correction using a couple of curves adjustment layers and added a crisp warm LUT on the top of it. I reduced the opacity of the LUT to keep it subtle, and that was it. Before, after. Some photos require a lot of correction, but some require just minor adjustments. You'll see in the next couple of photos what a lot of correction means. This photo was clicked through an airplane window using a zoom lens. Often what happens when we click a photo through an airplane window is that the distance between the camera and the subject is huge. So there was a lot of atmosphere between my camera and the mountains, and the dominant color in the atmosphere during most of the day is blue. That is why a lot of photographs clicked through an airplane window have a huge bluish tint, and to make the photos look awesome, we will have to remove those blues. So after rearranging the photograph to fit the canvas better, I used curves to do 2 things. First, I removed some of the blues and tried to correct the color balance of the image. And secondly, I started adding some contrast to the image as well. Then I repeated the steps a few more times, just correcting the color balance and adding contrast to the photograph until I was happy with what I had. It took a lot of layers, and I even added a gradient and reduced its opacity to keep it subtle. Finally, after all the editing was done, this is what I had before and after. This image sure did have a huge difference. And that was my flight from Delhi to Ladakh. While coming back, the window, the atmosphere and the photograph that I clicked were even worse. I thought that it just couldn't be saved. And I have never clicked in RAW format because it takes a lot more space. So this was a normal JPEG image and I gave it a try to save it using Photoshop. So after importing and reframing the photograph according to the canvas, I started removing the blues and added some warmth as well as some contrast to the image. I did both of these using many curves adjustment layers and even used the color balance adjustment layer a couple of times. After a lot of layers, the photo started coming to life. I think I will make another detailed tutorial about bringing airplane clicked photos to life, where I explain in detail the entire process step by step. But for now, the river in the image seemed a bit too warm, so I duplicated the original image, made it bluer and started painting in the river using a layer mask. I had to zoom in and paint it all manually, but I knew that it would be worth the end result. It took some time and some effort, but finally I had it all painted. So once that was done, I just reduced the opacity of the blue river to 40% to make the entire photograph look a lot more natural. I even added a subtle gradient to the entire image, and there it was, before and after. Huge massive difference between the 2 photographs. So there it is. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of color correction, but sometimes the amount of color correction required is humongous. Anyways, I made 7 more wallpapers using my Ladakh photographs, and I am attaching the link to download them in the description of this video. I hope you enjoy the wallpapers, and if you like this video, do hit the like button, comment something and share it with your friends as well. Ladakh is is still my dream destination, and if this video reaches 2 million views, I might be able to visit it again. And this time I'll take even better photographs so that you people get even better wallpapers for your mobiles. That's why share this with everyone. And for those of you watching on a computer or a desktop, I will make some wallpapers for you guys as well. I will soon make a similar video making some desktop wallpapers using my Sikkim photos. So subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss that video. See you soon.